just setting up to put my runners in for my second draw. Getting everything ready, including some new corner connectors that I delivered yesterday. Come to start using them. And this one here is what I've had before. This one is what I've just had delivered. And frustratingly, the holes are a different size. So I've got 16 and I'm going to have to drill them all out. 4 holes on each, sickeningly. Because I'm all set up to use M5 bolts. And M5s won't fit through these. That's a frustrating start. Oh, you. Oh, yeah. Sometimes these things as usual, I can't see the thing. Jeez, it can't have gone far. It's just beyond belief. How can I not see it? Come on. What's that? Awesome. So I've run out of 10mm fasteners and I've run out of these, so I could just attach one of these at each side just to trial fit it. Now, if I can find that fastener that dropped on the floor. It's just catching there with this. So I think the simplest way is just to cut this away a little bit rather than re-drill holes. It's a bit easier. Yeah, so I've got this same plinth in. It's going reasonably smoothly. I think I've probably got a bit more travel than this one. I should have taken my time a bit more with this plinth. With the original position it was with this over here, with the original plinth I got quite decent travel with this, but I just tended to, I rushed a bit with that one. That's looking okay. I've just got to wait for the next one to be delivered, because this is held down by this lip up here. Can't do that with this draw, so I might put a balancing weight underneath and if I screw something to the back of the actual drawer compartment, like a bolt or something, like something fairly heavy, just to balance out the weight of the drawer a bit better. So I'm just sorting out a panel for between the lounge and the wardrobe, and this one's going to have a light switch on it right here. So I've got this panel prepared for the lounge. It's not a fantastic fit, it needs to go a bit higher than that actually. I'm already holding it by hand. I'm just preparing the wiring behind it as well for the light switch. Now I did intend for this to be an LED switch, but I've changed my mind. I'm doing a switch like I'm doing in the Galley, the big chunky metal one. So I'm going to be making an earth connection here behind the switch. So this has actually taken me all day putting this to size, getting it to be a reasonable fit. It's not fantastic already, but it don't matter, I can cover that up quite easily. I've also done some wiring as well, or prepared the wiring, some of it were in place. I actually ran the wire for the lounge light around the back of here as well. It's the very last thing to do, just got to put a bolt in here, and I think it all lines up nicely. So. And this is actually the first M6 sliding T-knot I've used in all the builder boats, and I've just never used them. Done. Quite a long day. So I've got a bit of work to do in the house. Well, either today or tomorrow. I might spread it over a couple of days. I repaired that yesterday, like hand stitched it, and I've got these Velcro strips to sew in place. They're stuck on with glue, but I've already tried it in van and they come straight off of these, so they won't sew in place. I'll attempt to get that done tonight. So I'm doing my best to sew this Velcro on, but it's a pretty horrible job. The cotton keeps getting stuck in the Velcro, and the needle gets the adhesive from the back of the Velcro all over it, and it's both causing a problem. Well, this has been desperately slow progress, but 2 hours later I've got one side done. I'm just going to do a little bit more on the other one tonight, just to use up the cotton that I've got on needle, and that'll do all the rest tomorrow. All finished. I can go back in van. So I'm just having a couple of little jobs this afternoon. Just cut that down a bit to let the bed fold properly, and also that shape at the end of the lounge seat. I'm just making a panel for that at the moment. Got that panel in. So I'm just in process of trying to fit the panel that goes there around the sink. It's every bit as difficult as I thought it was going to be, and I can't fit it permanently yet anyway, I don't think, because I've got part work to do behind there, and also up to shower mixer. But I've had to take this big panel off, which is a swine to fit, and this one off here as well. So we're getting there, but it's very slow. after a big struggle. I've got that in. Everything fitted around it. It was every bit as bad a job as I thought it was going to be. I thought this panel was going to be really difficult to put in. I mean, it weren't easy, but it fits so tightly in there now that everything lines up naturally. I needed to take the corner off this base cushion. I'm looking at it, taking the cover off. I weren't really sure how to adjust the cover, but I've done my best with it. It actually don't look too bad. It's not going to look too bad from top. It's not going to be visible anyway, because it's like the foot end cushion for the bed, but actually at bottom it don't look bad at all. But that's what I've taken out. To say I had no idea how to do an angle in cushion like that, I'm quite pleased with how that's turned out. Yeah, it don't look fantastic, but it's not bad. It's pretty foul today, so I'm only doing this one job. Just putting this in place. This got delivered yesterday. Put that in last night. Touch this. I'd like to get it closer than that, but because of the way I constructed it, to get it closer means making this bit more shallow. I've already cut it down. I don't want to go too far down with it. Basically, I'm going to be happy with it like that, and I can put something, attach something to that behind there to make it look like there's no gap. I'm just about to fasten this in, and then I'll get it as close as I can to the drawer. They don't slide in and out perfectly smoothly. It wants balancing out, that's one thing. It wants a weight put in at the back of this one, so I'll do that. Yeah, for anybody using tongue and groove or thinking of using tongue and groove, these are screws I'm using. 2.2mm by 19. And you just about cover up completely. But it's not particularly late. But sometimes you can only take so much frustration. I've had an absolute nightmare trying to get this one panel in. So apart from doing that one, I've got 3 in. Apart from that, so 4 altogether. I suppose it's not too bad. But this one particularly was an absolute nightmare because it needed to hold this down that were cut off here. Just about to see how it's cut. And I had to connect in with this one. But they didn't line up very well, so I've had an absolute pig of a time. Anyway, carry on tomorrow. Okay, so I didn't do any filming yesterday, but I did put that on. I also prepared these connections here for the lounge light, which is what this switch is for. Took this off here temporarily, connected it to here just to test the switch, and it does work. What I also did was fitted these 2 pieces of tongue and groove. I had a horrible time with that, and a far worse time with that one. And the next bit now is to fit a piece in here right to the bike. That's what I need to do before I start going any further this way at the front. So. That's only clipped in, it's not even screwed in yet. It's a pretty tight fit, it's actually gone in quite well, quite surprised. For a change. Nice. Well, this has been a complex piece. Bit cut out there, bit cut out here, extra bit glued on here. But I think it's about ready to fit. So, at the end of the day, I have had actually a very good day today. Fitted these four. These two were difficult. That were fairly difficult. That were more difficult. But they went in reasonably smoothly. I'm really pleased with the progress I've made. It'll be nice to get the skylight surround off my living room floor and the fan surround as well. One thing I forgot to do is this light. This is off the original van system. I'm putting it in the centre of the van, but just down the centre of the ceiling. And I've basically forgotten about it, so I've got to fit that there tomorrow. But yeah, good day, very good day. Just cutting the hole out for the light. What's that in? Working. So I best to fit the one up to now, that one. Nice. So I shifted this hole. Basically moved that panel one further over, added a panel here and put this one further over because the wires won't reach. So in case it needs a new bulb, I needed it a bit further over or a bit further back. I prefer to move it over. Anyway, next thing is I've decided to support these at this end. I will be better supporting the next couple of tongue and groove pieces at this point under the skylight surround. I think it's going to work quite well. I'm just knocking off at there. I've got two pieces putting up there. Yeah, two pieces up here fitted. This was a bit of a problem. I've had to cut it down quite a bit to how I intend of fitting it, but it's gone alright. Got it in. But the biggest thing that will prove to help me a lot is actually fitting this to underside of skylight. I'm just hoping I'm not causing myself a problem with this because I'm tightening these two pieces of wood here or at slightly different levels, and I'm tightening that up against that, and I'm just hoping I'm not causing a problem with ceiling. I don't want to induce a leak with that. So anyway, I've still had a pretty good day today. Okay, so yesterday I realised I'd got a gap here because a bit broke off inside. I broke it trying to force it in. Looking at it that way, it looks alright, but looking at it from this direction, you can see a gap. Now I put silicone seal here and I'm going to paint on it with something. But I've had two panels out in an attempt to make that better. It didn't really make it any better, it's only about the same. I've put this panel in and this panel in today. So I'm only doing the morning's work, that'll do for me. Quite happy with that. So this is a couple of days later from last bit of film. I'm making decent progress and getting across. I've just got to now, I'm just finishing off buttons for this corner. One up here. And I can just finish this bit off. That's empty. I've done quite a bit already today. I'd really like to get this one piece in, which is quite awkward. Start going around this corner and then rest is easy. So I'm just doing over a lock of ceilings, well this back one anyway. I'm trying to use up offcuts of wood. So this one's just going to go halfway. I've had to make a little batten up on this side. Not too bad. Okay, so I fitted this yesterday. As you can see, there's a gap there. It don't look good, and I need to sort it out. So it needs recessing into the wood. I might have to cut the batten down as well, because I might still not have enough clearance once this is cut out, but we'll see when I get to it. While I'm at it, I'm still not happy about the amount of clearance I've got here with this wire. It's, I mean, as you can see, I can't even see red wire. I've got black wire here, and it's only just here. So since this has got to be cut down for this, I'm going to take the opportunity of cutting it down there, sliding it back so that it's a lot further back. I think that's the easiest way to do it. And then I might need to cut another piece for here, a little piece. So I'll put masking tape around the light unit and then draw the diameter of the inside edge where I need to cut. So I've just got that one piece left to put in, and it's taken me all morning, but I've got a lot more wire on here now. I'm a lot happier about that. The light fits in there nicely. I've just got to make one little piece for there, which shouldn't be too difficult. It should slide in quite easily actually. The only other thing I had to do was make it like I did at this side, make that piece there, put a piece in here at this side to support it. That's all done, morning's work. I'll slide screws off in a bit and then varnish this afternoon. It's just about warm enough. A bit more at step, still not quite finished. I might abandon this to something different with it. I still have it on that piece, but just use that to fill that little bit up there. I've got a piece for this, so I'll think about it. So I've just done my last job for the day, which is putting that little light in. So this one works. This one, you remember, it's on the original van system, so the door has to be open. That's that, which is, I think, handy for going out at night. And I'm done with it there. A decent day again. Okay, so I've been busy cutting. I'm ready to make a shelf, plinth, whatever you want to call it, to put the fridge on. The fridge is gonna sit here, and the ducting from the heater is going to come underneath it. 2 pipes to here, but I've also got to be concerned about where my water pipes are going. So at the moment I'm just going to be putting the frame up. Okay, so this has turned into a more complicated job than I would have liked. This hanger for the wardrobe is right where this needs to be for these to connect properly. So I've got to run the bar across here. Got this cut ready to go. 2 bars across, and that'll be it. So that's all prepared. It took me quite a bit of time and quite a bit in way of fasteners and connectors. I've actually run out of the spring connectors, so I'd rather use them than the twist ones for these upright sections, because this has got to bear a lot of weight. The fridge is about £30, so I'd rather use them. So I'll get some ordered and then I can just fasten this in. But that's basically it. So just that last few awkward pieces of this. I've put this one in, that one in, and I've been at it hours, and that's all I've done. And I'm preparing one for here. So they're all tricky. This one narrows down to this bit here. Okay, I've got a bit of a frustrating situation because things have not lined up across the van perfectly. I've done things, obstructions, messing it up a bit, and out with the shower, and skylight and fan. This piece here, I had to cut that one down for this piece that I wanted to come here to be able to get in. So I had to cut the lip off it. This piece here I've cut a little bit too small anyway. I made a mistake where I've cut it. That one's doing again. So the thing is, I'm thinking I really could do it, redoing that piece, see how it flats about. I could do it so that it fastens onto that wood and do it sort of half and half with that so that they both fasten on there. Because the way we're going to fasten it, well, with that lip, that was the point. I'm going to fasten it up with next piece and hold it up with next piece, but I can't do that now. We haven't cut that off, so I think I'm going to have to remake that piece. This piece is a bit of a pig to put in. I mean, at least it's cut in the right shape and holes are there. So, but I'm going to have to take that out, recut that, and then decide. That'll have to be cut down a little bit. I'll decide then whether to do this in two pieces or not. I might do. As it happens, I've run out of these little screws in any case, so I'm going to have to wait to actually finish sealing off in any case for a few days. So I've ended up putting a pretty long day in today. I've got this recut. It now fastens into this piece under here, shortened this. That probably doesn't join as well as it did before, which is a sickener, but I'm not redoing that. I got this fairly tight up to rail. This one, if I've got a piece, I might have another go at it tomorrow, because I think I can do it a little bit better than that. But it's still better than it was earlier, the one I did earlier. But anyway, I ended up having to put a couple more of these in. Batten there, one here. This end I'm a bit stuck now. I need to put a small strip in here, one more strip, but I need to figure out now exactly how the locker doors are going to open. I'm thinking now they're probably going to have to come down instead of how it was like that. This one could probably go up, but it's a bit daft having them alternate. I might as well have them both going the same way. I'll try and redo that tomorrow and then put some varnish on, and then finally I can put the skylight and fan surrounds in, so it'll look a lot more complete on ceiling then. So after another 2 goes I'm making this morning, I finally got it fitting to my satisfaction. Now I've had a sprung tin that's delivered, so I can fit this for my plinth for the fridge. So I've got my ducting hose, my vents, and I'm just making a backing thing for this. I've just got the right shape for it, just mark the holes where they want to be. That's sitting quite nicely there now. There's a bit of warpage on the wood, but it does sit quite nicely. I wanted it set back like that, by the way, because the vents come out a bit, so I don't want to stick them like that here. Just in that bit further, to me, makes more sense, like at that sort of depth. So that's my vent holes done. I'm just going to fasten them to the back of that. That's obviously in place. I'm now going to fit the 2 hoses to it. It's not long enough, just did not. No way. It's long enough for this one, but not that end. And it's comes advert and that is stretched long enough, and it appeared like bloody not. It does not. So I'm going to throw them more of that. Okay, so I used a bit of pipe that I'm going to cut in half to use the 2 shorter lengths, and I've not cut it in half, I've just used the full length to do the long one, which sounds like a more sensible idea. Now, I'm just going to do a bit of varnishing, and that'll do me for today. I'm hoping to fit the fan and skylight surrounds later today, once this is dry. put another coat of varnish on. Scarlet surround, fan surround. Not fantastic fit there. This one to take off to put it in, but not what I'm on a detail. Also, got my little light working up there. It's tremendous. Looking a lot better.